Your attention, please.
October is always a great month for me to acquire some new games, and this October has been particularly great. So I'm going to go through the new titles that I got in alphabetical order, because why not? And a lot of them I was happy to get because I've heard some mixed reviews in some cases, not all the cases that we're going to see, but in some of the cases. So I'm kind of drawn to them to want to see, well, what do I think of them? The parts where there's some drawbacks, I don't think they're really going to affect me because of the type of drawbacks there are, and the positives seem like they're positives I can get into. But the first one on my list doesn't fall in that category, and it's Darksiders 2. If you've been following me on Twitter, you might have noticed that I have been playing this game and actually just beat this game. I started it on October 2nd, and I finally got around to beating it in the last week of the month. And it is a great game. It's an excellent follow-up to Darksiders 1. I don't want to talk too much about it because I'm going to try and get a full review done on it. Next on the list is Dishonored. Again, I've seen this one get some really great reviews, so I look forward to trying this one out as well. DMC, Devil May Cry. So this is one of those mixed review situations. From what I gather, a lot of the people that don't like it because of how it compares to the original. I played the original Devil May Cry, and I didn't really get very far into it. I couldn't get into that game. I played the original when I was kind of getting off PC gaming. I mean, I always played on consoles, but I was a pretty big PC gamer until I got my PS2, and that kind of switched me over. So Devil May Cry was one of the first games, I guess in the first 5 that I picked up, and it was just too much for me to handle. I found it pretty tough. It might be a different experience nowadays, but anyway. So I don't really have any baggage from the previous series. I'm kind of coming into this with pretty much a clean slate, so I want to know what my take on it is going to be, and I think I'm going to enjoy it. If I recall, Usagi704 played it, and I believe he said he had a good time with it, so I look forward to playing it as well. This is one my kids picked up for me, Lego Marvel Superheroes. I think we have all the Lego games either on PS2 or Wii, and now this is the first one I have for PS3. Maybe not all the different iterations that are available of all the different games, but I think we've pretty much played all the titles. It'll be a good one to play with my kids. It'll be a good one to play with my wife. I had mentioned at a different time how I'm worried that because Watch Dogs is now delayed till mid next year, that they're not going to release the PS3 version. This is kind of a good example because I plan on playing this with my kids. We were going to get the Wii version because that just seems to be the family console more than the PS3. But anyway, this was originally supposed to come out in September, and in spring there was plans for a Wii version being launched, and it got delayed a month, and there's no Wii version to come out for it. I don't know when the decision to scrap the Wii version came to, but at any rate, I got this one. It looks like fun. I know me and my family are going to have fun playing it together. Portal 2. I never played the first Portal, so I look forward to getting into this puzzle game. I know a lot of people said it wasn't as good as the first, but like I said, I kind of move away from PC gaming, and to my knowledge there's no Orange Box available for PS2, and I don't know if it's downloadable for PS3, the original Portal, but I don't really do downloadable games anyway, so I look forward to playing this version. Remember Me, going on those lines of mixed reviews, here's another one, but it's one that I think I can get into and I'll enjoy, so I'm glad I have this added to my collection now. I got a feeling this is going to be one where I'm going to be doing a review on as well. Sly Cooper Thieves in Time. Another mixed review one, but I played the first 3 on PS2, and overall I enjoyed them. The third one did get a little tiring, but from the way it looks, this one kind of goes back a little bit into what it's offering. And it'll be nice to get to play as the raccoon at least one more time. Last, and probably least, is Syndicate. Through the use of gift cards, I did pick this one up. I love the first Syndicate game. Just love it. And I know this one is nothing like that one. But I was able to pick this one up for something like $8. And I've been really itching just to see what they did to the series. So it'll be an interesting playthrough for sure. I already know that it's not the first one. You know what? I'm fine with that. I'll take a new experience. It's not going to... I don't overreact like other people do, and just because, even if it isn't a good game, a reboot of an old game that I like, it doesn't ruin my memories and the fun I had with that old game. But I have heard some people say that they did enjoy it, so I'll be able to take it for what it's worth despite the name that's on top. And actually, speaking of the price, I picked it up on Amazon.ca, and a couple of the other titles you saw came through there as well. I'm really impressed with Amazon.ca, in part because I was able to pick up the titles that I did order through there from Canadian retailers that are not chain stores. They're independently run stores which they just kind of sell their stuff through Amazon.ca, and they offer better prices than the big box stores. And I get to use an Amazon gift card towards those games. So a lot of these games, if they weren't given to me as a gift, I was able to pick them up at what I think was really great prices and cheaper than what you see in the big stores. So there's a plug, not so much for Amazon itself, but for the fact that they let you get to these other people that are offering these good deals. And there you go. My pickups for October. I also happened to get a movie, Pacific Rim. Watched it. It was great. It was just a good summer flick. Lots of fun, energetic action. I was thinking about getting Arkham Origins, but the reviews that have been coming out, even though some people have been scoring it, 8 or higher, not everyone has. And what they have to say doesn't really feel like it's an 8 or higher game. So maybe alright, I still may get it someday. I'm just not going to be fighting to find a way to get it right now. I am going to be picking up the new Ratchet & Clank game, which I had mentioned in the previous video, but that's still a couple weeks away. So who knows, I may have a November acquisitions video as well coming up. And as for now, I got to decide which one of these I'm playing next. Oh, and I almost forgot, one more. But this wasn't part of that whole set, because I actually paid my own money for this one. And this one was more for the kids. When it first came out, I was opposed to this game due to its marketing, I guess you could say. And how they were I felt like they were trying to gouge people in a way that's even kind of worse than this whole DLC thing going on. But since I picked it up used and got it at a great price because it was used, Skylander Spyro Adventure. I figured I could find a used copy now fairly inexpensive, given that they're on to the second game out since this one. And not only did I manage to pick this up, it came with a whole bunch of characters and a couple, I don't know, I'm new to, I don't know what these things are called, little bonus artifacts and to unlock new places in the game or whatever they are. I think it was 12 characters I got plus all the cards that come with them, and like I said, there's littler version. What are these things called? If you play it, you know what they are. Like this anvil thing. So there's like 4 of these things, and I think 12 characters. So we haven't played it yet. I did kind of pick this up in particular for my kids. I'm sure I will definitely be playing it with them as well. Haven't started it yet though. It's kind of a thing that they're working towards earning, but they're not too far away from earning it. So this one will probably be starting up soon as well. Oh my goodness, one more. Painkiller, Hell and Damnation. See, I knew this one was coming in. I just didn't know it was going to get in before November. But October 30th, I get it in the mail in time to squeeze it into this video. I've been waiting for this one to come out for a while. I never played the original Painkiller, but after seeing Yahtzee's review, I wanted to give it a try. Then I heard the PS3 version was coming out, and I waited and I waited and I watched for the updates, and it's supposed to come out in spring, it's supposed to come out in summer, it's supposed to come out in fall. But it never came out in North America, and I got tired of waiting. So I picked up the European version. You can see it's PEGI 18, and it should be a good time.